If you want to write content for the internet and make fat cash doing it, this video is for you. Hey, my name is Megan and welcome back to my channel where I teach you how to make money writing. Content marketing. It's a very broad term. Personally, I think that the Content Marketing Institute sums it up very nicely, so I'm going to borrow their definition. Content marketing is a strategic marketing approach focused on creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to attract and retain a clearly defined audience and ultimately to drive profitable customer action. Content marketing can include blogging, email marketing, social media, PPC. It's a very broad umbrella term. And a lot of content creators will start with one service and very naturally pick up another. For instance, a common example is freelance writers. A lot of them start off writing blogs and articles, which is what I did, but in my case, my clients were very happy with my work, so they would end up asking me to just handle additional tasks like social media and email marketing. If you know how to write, you can do a lot of things. Writing is the foundation of so much online content. This is why you can and should consider transitioning into a content marketing agency. Let's talk about how you can do that. We're going to break this down into a few simple steps. Step number one is get specific about the services that you can successfully offer. Because content marketing is such a broad term, if you are currently tackling this as a one-person show, meaning it's just you do not have a team, which is totally okay, you're going to want to narrow down the services that you're offering. Maybe you write blogs and do organic social media management, or maybe you write blogs and do email marketing, something like that. I would strongly caution you against marketing and pitching yourself as a full-service content marketing agency. Over time, if you decide that you want to expand your services and maybe build a small team, then it's a more feasible approach. But I'm telling you, I made that mistake when I was first building my agency. I referred to myself as a full-service digital marketing agency, and it was a big mistake. If I could do it again, I would do that differently. Don't try to be everything to everybody. It's not possible, and in the process of trying to attain that, the quality of your work is going to seriously suffer. On a similar note, step 2 is get clear about your niche. Like I said a moment ago, don't try to be everything to everybody. Everybody is not your ideal client. You don't want to work with everyone. So don't just take on any clients you can get. I know that it's tempting to accept whatever's offered to you, especially in the beginning when you're really just trying to build up your monthly cash flow. And to an extent, you can make exceptions. For instance, if you are just about to close a deal, but this client wants to pay you slightly less than the rates you asked for, that is something worth considering. But generally speaking, you are not desperate, you don't work with everyone, and you don't accept whatever's just handed to you. One of the first things that you can do to help you with this is to pick a niche to focus on. Start with one. Because I have a background as a competitive weightlifter, the first niche that I picked was fitness. This was my focus for quite a while. I only worked with fitness brands. And because I positioned myself as an expert of that niche, I've always been able to charge a lot more. You can expand over time. Don't think that you're stuck with that one niche forever. For instance, fitness for me very naturally led into nutrition. So I also started working with nutrition brands. And then, it's kind of a different direction, but because of my experience in building my own agency, I started working with a lot of other brands, and I was writing content about digital marketing. So I was writing blogs about blogging. I was writing blogs about SEO, social media, email marketing. A very common objection I hear is, well, I'm not picking a niche because I don't want to limit myself. By not picking a niche, you are limiting yourself. Experts make more money than generalists, period. It's that simple. Go pick a niche right now. Step number 3, you want to outline your approximate rates. If you're offering organic social media marketing, what do your monthly rates start at? If you're offering blogs or articles, what are you going to charge per piece of content or per month? These don't need to be set in stone because for each client, you will come up with a unique proposal and the rates will reflect their scope of work, their needs, their goals, their pain points. So your rates will fluctuate based on these factors. But you should at least build this foundation where you know where your rates start at. For example, as a base rate, you might offer, we'll say $200 a blog. That means that for $200, you will sneeze and a blog will come out. And then if the client wants topic research and keyword research and SEO and all that jazz, the rate will go up. Step number 4 is build your clientele. Can't make money without clients. Offering amazing services and delivering real results is the first step in building a profitable content marketing agency. But you won't make money if you don't know how to land clients. There are a lot of approaches for landing clients. Some are great, some I'm not a fan of. My go-to is LinkedIn. I start with LinkedIn outreach. I take the conversation to email, take it to a phone call, send them a proposal, close the deal. That is the very broad timeline of what my relationships look like. Let's break this down a little bit more. LinkedIn outreach, you need to connect with an employee of that company that works in the department you would be working in. For example, if you want to write blogs for this company, then you need to work with someone who in some capacity works with the blog. If you want to offer your social media services, you need to find someone in the social media department or digital marketing or something like that. You need to find someone who's going to understand the services that you're offering and understand why that company needs them. This is why we don't send a LinkedIn invite to just any random employee that we can find. Okay, so the goal of connecting with someone on LinkedIn is to get their email address. Next, you take the conversation to email. This is where you're going to kick things up a notch. You will give them a little more information on your services and what you can offer. And you're also going to start asking them questions so that you can learn more about their needs. The goal of the email is to schedule a phone call, or Zoom or Skype or whatever. This call is where the bulk of the conversation happens, okay? You're gonna ask them more about their goals and their needs, their pain points, what they're struggling with, and based on the information that they give you on that call, you are going to tell them more about how you believe you can help them, if you think you can. If you do this the right way, then by the end of this call, you will have committed to sending them a proposal which will outline in a little more detail the services that you want to offer and the rate at which you are offering them. After sending a proposal, the next step is to close the deal. That's always the best part. The cool thing about having a content marketing agency is that it will never go out of style. It will never become obsolete or outdated. Will content marketing strategies change over time? Of course. Everything in the digital world has evolved and will continue to evolve forever. But brands will always need content. Always. That will never go away. So I have one last question for you. Are you ready to think big? No, I mean big. Bigger. I'm looking for content creators and marketers who are ready to build and scale their agencies and start making 5 figures a month in revenue. If that sounds like you, then I encourage you to scroll down below this video and click on the link to go learn more about Revenue Spark. This is my program where I will show you exactly how I built a content agency that generates 6 figures in revenue every year. Ready to rock and roll? I'll see you on the inside. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you made it this far, please give this video a thumbs up and help support my channel. If you haven't already, click on subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are always alerted when I upload new content, and I'll see you in the next video.